Welcome to this quick learning session on ERP Data Dialogs. So what is the ERP Data Dialog template? Yeah, it's an easy way to have a digital assistant where you can speak to in natural language to query databases and data and fields. And we set up the ERP Data Dialog template to easily integrate the ERP system with a database and synchronize automatically supplier and invoice information, and then be able to query that in natural language from a digital assistant. It's very easy to implement, fully documented, no development needed. It's all in the document how you can easily set it up. If you look here in the document, all the steps, the background, what do you need to do, set up the integration, set up the integration recipes for automatic import and extraction, running the extraction to the database, and then connect the digital assistant with the ERP SQL template in it. And what the template brings to you is easy access in natural language to all the information about your suppliers and your invoices. So it saves a lot of time by users having to figure out how to get specific information out of the data, and also even connecting to systems. So what do we provide in this template? We provide all the Oracle Integration Cloud recipes for integrating and extracting supplier and invoice information from the ERP backend system, and automatically synchronize that to an autonomous data warehouse. And this autonomous data warehouse is then connected to the Oracle Digital Assistant via the SQL Dialogs system, which means that you don't need to train and implement all the possible questions and answers that users can ask, but they can just, in natural language, query this database and get the answers they want. From here, you can easily connect it to your Microsoft Teams environment, use the Web SDK, include it in applications, etc. Not only is the template fully documented, but it's also very well suited to add your own extensions to it. Whether it be questions and answers, whether it be your own events, etc. So let's quickly go through how to set it up, how to put the integration in place, install the template in the digital assistant, train it, and test if it works.
So before we begin, some explanation of what the intention of this training is. It's basically a hands-on lab in an entry-level exercise to start working with Oracle Integration Cloud, using the integration recipes to extract account payable invoices and extract suppliers from Oracle Fusion ERP Cloud, and load this data into two tables, account payable invoices and suppliers tables, within Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse. This is going to be the source of data for the SQL dialog template within Oracle Digital Assistant that you will build in further section. So what do you need before starting this training? First is you need access to an Oracle Fusion SaaS ERP Cloud instance. In my case, I have this one, my Fusion ERP SaaS demo environment. You also need access to an Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse instance. In my case, I already have one here created in my Oracle Cloud Infrastructure tenancy. And you also need access to an Oracle Integration Cloud instance. I already have mine here. Okay, and then you will need to download some reusable assets. One of these is a zip file containing the integration recipes or flows that are going to let you to fit those account payable invoices and supplier tables within Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse. And we also, you can also download a second file that contains basically the script to create those two tables. Those are available in our ODA Confluence page. You can see the URL here. And just as a disclaimer, this is basically a description of an Oracle Integration Cloud custom recipe and a script to create invoices and suppliers tables into Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse. This should be seen just examples and a starting point for an integration project, in this case to fit some tables that are going to be input for the SQL dialog template for Oracle Fusion SaaS ERP Cloud within Oracle Digital Assistant. So let's move on. So the first step in this training is you need to set up an integration user within Oracle Fusion SaaS ERP Cloud. The idea here is that we are going to connect to Oracle Fusion SaaS ERP Cloud to extract invoices and suppliers. So for this purpose, we need a user created in Oracle Fusion SaaS ERP Cloud for integration purposes, and this user needs to have some roles assigned to it. So the roles are listed here, but just to show you that in my Oracle Fusion SaaS instance, if you go here to as a system administrator or with the right permissions to manage the users and roles. So you go to Security Console, and then you go to Users, and I have previously created this integration user, OIC JCG, and as you can see, this user needs to have some roles assigned to it. So it's application developer role, the application implementation consultant role, the integration specialist role, and finally the procurement application administrator role. Those are the roles that this user needs in order to be able to, for us to connect from Oracle Integration Cloud to this Oracle ERP Cloud test. So once you make sure that you have this user and with those roles assigned, then we can move to the next step, that is how to import and execute the invoices and suppliers tables creation script. Right? So for this purpose, I already downloaded both files, the files containing the recipes, integration recipes, flows, and also the SQL script. So this is the script that I will use. So the first step, as is stated here, you have to log into your Oracle Cloud Infrastructure console. Then you have to go and click on the hamburger menu. You have to click on Oracle Database and then Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse, as stated here. So then you have to click on your Autonomous Data Warehouse instance. In my case, the name of this instance is ANSH ODA database. So I'm going to click on it. Then, according to the documentation, you need to open and click on database actions. So we're going to do that. And on database actions, we will then click on SQL to open the SQL web client that will allow you to create the account payable invoices script table, as well as the suppliers table. Okay? So we are going to click on SQL, and then we have this worksheet to paste the script that we downloaded before. So here, just to show you that this is the script that I have for that you downloaded for the creation of those tables. So I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna paste that here, and then you have to click on Run Script. So we're gonna run this script. There you go. After that, if you refresh here, you will see both tables, account payable invoices table created with all the fields, invoice ID, invoice number, and all the corresponding fields, as well as the supplier table with the supplier number, supplier ID, and all of that. So we are basically in this step of the documentation, right? So once your AP invoices and supplies tables are ready to use, then the next step is to import and set up the extract account payable invoices and extract suppliers integration recipes. That are the flows that are gonna help us to load information coming from Oracle ERP Cloud, specifically invoices data and suppliers data, and load it into these two tables within Oracle Autonomous Database. So the first thing here is, in your case, you will have to go to your Oracle Cloud Infrastructure console, look for integration, then click on your integration instance, and then click on Service Console. In my case, I already did that. So here I have my Oracle Integration Console, right? So then you have to click on Integrations. Let's do that. Click on Integrations, and then on Integrations, right? So we are in this step. So now we have to click on Import. So we are going to import the recipes that you downloaded from our ODA compliance page. So I'm going to import this. I didn't do something before, that is the zip file that you downloaded. So you have to extract the content from here. So I'm going to extract those flows. So this is the integration flow for extracting and loading suppliers from ERP Cloud into ADW. And this another flow, that is the flow for loading account payable invoices into our autonomous database data warehouse. So once you do that, once you unzip those files, then I can click here. I will go to here. Let me find this one. Yeah, sorry. So once we have that, as stated here in the documentation, the first flow to import is the invoices flow, as well as the supplier invoice. So let's do that. We're gonna import the invoices flow. There we go. So we can see that the extract invoices demo flow was imported. Then we click again on import, and in this case, we are gonna import the suppliers flow. There we go. So we now have both flows, as stated here in the documentation. So then the next step is to set up those flows. So what we need to set up is the connection to the Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse instance, as well as the connection to the ERP Cloud instance. So if you see, if we go to connections, when importing those files, part of the assets that were imported were the connections, but without the credentials, obviously, because that depends on your Oracle Fusion ERP Cloud instance, as well as the Autonomous Data Warehouse. So let's first start with the ERP demo test connection. So we're going to click on the ERP connection. And the first thing that we need is to provide the ERP Cloud host. How do we do that? If we go to Fusion, you will see this URL. This is the URL that you have to put there. There we go. And then you have to go to security section and set up and choose which security policy you want to use for connecting. Obviously, for the purpose of the demo of this template and to simplify its setup, we are using username password policy. And but obviously we recommend to use the OAuth authorization code credentials security policy, because this is the let's say the best practice for this. So you will find more details around this OAuth authorization code credentials security policy for connecting to ERP Cloud from OIC here. Right? So in my case, I will provide the credentials for my user, the user that we set up in the first step, right? So I will use that, and I will test the connection. So right now, I'm trying to connect from Oracle Integration Cloud to the Oracle Fusion ERP Cloud instance. So this will take a couple of seconds. After a few seconds, we should see the test successfully executed, right? So in this case, we are in this step. There we go. We are connected to our Oracle Fusion SaaS ERP. So now we just need to click on Save, and this will save my connection. So again, in a couple of seconds, this should be safe. And then we can proceed with setup of the connection to our autonomous database data warehouse instance, to be able to connect from OIC to those to the tables and create the tables that we need on that database. Right? So let's wait a little bit. There we go. Our connection is successfully saved. So now we have seen. You can see that it's in configure status, the ERP demo test connection. So now, as stated here in the guide, we will set up the ADW demo test connection. So for this, we will click on the connection. So here, what we need is to provide the service name. So how can you get the service name associated with your Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse instance? So in this case, we can go here to our Oracle Cloud Infrastructure console in the details of the Autonomous Data Warehouse instance and click on Database Connection. In the Database Connection, as stated here, what we need to do is to download the wallet and provide the password for the wallet. What the wallet is basically, it contains the credentials and all that that are needed to be able to connect to this ADW instance. So you just have to click on download wallet. I'm gonna provide a password, right? So and confirm the password, and I will click on download. So don't forget to write down that password because you will need it as part of the setup of the connection in Oracle Integration Cloud. So once we download that, we will need to scroll, and in the connection strings section, just copy this name, the TNS name, and that's the value that we need to provide here in service name. Okay, and now we need to upload the wallet. So the zip file that we just previously downloaded before. So if we go to downloads, here is the wallet, the zip file. So I will upload it. I will provide the wallet password. And in this case, I will use the admin user as the user to connect to Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse instance, but the best practice is to have another user, specific user to connect to it. Okay? So in my case, I will provide the password for my database. So I will do that. And then I just need to click on test. So there we go. We are connected to Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse is. I just need to save the connection, click on save, and that's it. That's the final part of the setup of both connections. Okay, so we are basically in step number 21, basically, right? So we have now both connections in configure status. So the next step is to click on integrations, and we're gonna activate these integrations. Okay, so we're gonna activate first the extract supplier demo integration. So let's activate that one. Click on activate. Okay, there you go. Now, once it's activated, we will proceed with the second integration. So it's the invoices integration. So let's do the same here. Activate. Okay. To activate, you just have to move your mouse over the integration and you click on activate. Okay. There you go. Both integrations are in active status. So we basically are in this step 27. So the final step is to run the extract API invoices and extract supplier integration flows. So mainly here, the idea is that we will run these scheduled integrations. These are scheduled integrations. They are supposed to be scheduled every certain period of time. So you can schedule it on an hourly, daily basis. That's for loading the near real-time data of account payables and suppliers into your Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse instance. But before doing that, or before scheduling that integration, what we need to do is to load historical data, data from the last 12 months, or as you prefer, coming from Oracle Fusion ERP Cloud. So this data is around account payable invoices and suppliers. So we need to load historical data. So then our SQL dialog template in Digital Assistant properly works. Okay. So how to do this load historical data? So now that we have both integrations in active status, the first integration that I will run, and let's come back to the database. So here, if you see, if you right click on the table and you click on open, and then you click on data, you will see that there's no data at all here, as well as in the suppliers data. We don't have data yet. So we will do a one-time load, that is the load of historical data. So the first integration flow that we will schedule integration that we will execute is the extract suppliers demo. So you click on the play icon. We will run this on demand, this schedule integration. So in my case, I will say that I just want data from 2010. That's because my ERP Cloud instance, it doesn't have too much data. But this is the, let's say, last extract run date I will get invoices from. Okay, I will use the creation date field as the field to order my query, and obviously I want to have those rows sorted by order by in a descendant order, right? So once we put the value in the last extract run date schedule parameter, we will submit this integration on demand. So I will submit it. There we go. So if we go to monitoring, integration, tracking, we should see the progress on this historical data load of suppliers. So the integration is in progress. There we go. So it was succeeded. Once the run is succeeded, we can go to our Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse. We right click on suppliers, we open, and if you click on data, you will see all the suppliers and all the data coming from Oracle Fusion ERP Cloud. So we are good here. And now we will do the same with the extract AP invoices demo integration flow. So we go back to integrations, click on integrations, and now we will run this integration to load historical data around account payable invoices. So in my case, in the demo instance I have here, I will say I want to extract payable invoices from June 2021. So I will put that here. I also want the creation date as the order by field, and I want to have descendant order for the results of that query. So I will click on submit. There we go. So we come back to monitoring, integration, tracking, and we should see the new flow of extract invoices demo integration flow running. So in a couple of seconds, this should finish. Okay. There we go. So now it's in succeeded status. So if we go back to the Autonomous Data Warehouse instance, we should see if the data was loaded from ERP Cloud into the AP invoices table. So if we right click on the AP invoices table, we open and we click on data. There we go. Here we have different invoices with the invoice ID, the invoice number, the currency, date, the business unit, and all those, all that information. So there we go. We have run and load historical data from AP invoices and suppliers from Oracle Fusion ERP Cloud into ADW instance. And the next thing that you need to do, I'm not gonna do it, but you will have to go to integrations, and then what you can do for both integrations is to add a schedule, right? So then you can schedule this integration to be executed every 10 minutes or every 20 minutes or half an hour, and you can decide, yeah, every 10 minutes this is gonna run, so you get the most up-to-date data into your Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse instance. So in this way, you can have those tables up to date, right, with the most recent data coming from Oracle ERP Cloud. So then, if we go back to the document, that was the last part of around the integration flows that are gonna fit the Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse instance tables that then the SQL dialog template in Oracle Digital Assistant will use as a source for the data. So the next step is to set up and connect the digital assistant to the data service.
So now that we have the integration in place and we've got it synced up with the analytics database, let's see how we can connect the Oracle Digital Assistant. And the first thing we need to do is here in settings and then additional services, we have to add the data service, so the connection to the analytics database. And what we need to do for that is add a new service, and we call that ERP data, and we use a cloud wallet for that, and then we drag in the cloud wallet. So let me do here ERP data 2, because I already have the data. And then we could have a description, and we have to provide the username for the database wallet and the password that you created on this wallet. There we go. We leave this as is, and we go to the connection type cloud wallet connection, and we drag and drop our wallet in here. So here's the wallet file. I drag it in there. That's how we create the ERP data service integration. So the next step is that we have to import the ERP SQL template. And here you see I already did that, but you can easily do import skill, and then you can import the ERP SQL skill and open it. So once you've imported the ERP skill, we can make our own copy, and we clone it. My ERP skill, create, and here we are. So what we see here is that the ERP skill itself does not have any intents defined, because all things are handled automatically by the data integration. So if we look here at entities, we see everything related to AP invoices and suppliers. And if we look at the AP invoices, we can see that it is connected here to our ERP data service that we just imported the wallet from. It's connected to the AP invoices table with the primary key invoice ID. And in the attributes, we can see which parts of the invoices we are interested in our digital assistant queries. And the nice thing here is that you can also give a readable name to all the column fields, and you can define synonyms. And the synonyms are also used in the language model when you ask questions to the digital assistant. So let's train this. And while we train this, we can also see that the suppliers table is connected with these fields and also some synonyms defined. And generating and training the language model can take a while, but we'll just wait and it will finish soon. All right, the training went well, so let's see if we can test this one now and if everything is working correctly. Let's ask how many suppliers are there. So there are 172 suppliers, and we also defined some sample buttons to show immediately the biggest spenders and some other interesting things. So that's cool, nice. And we can say, for example, show me all the suppliers. Yeah, and you see a list 1 of 5 out of 100. We can go to the next 5, etc. And we can also say, for example, show all the legal suppliers. But let's also look at the invoices table. What we can query there, show invoices for staffing services. And here we see some invoices. Yeah, we can also look up the details of it. And we can jump to the supplier of that invoice and get the supplier info and see the details of the supplier, etc. Show me an invoice with an ID containing 11. Or show me invoices between 10K and 25K. So you see that basically in natural language you can query those tables, do more advanced queries, etc. And that's what the ERP data template provides out of the box.